and welcome to your weekly briefing on SWBN's Watch. I am Chima Achike. Thanks for joining us tonight. Ghana is on our radar over a history textbook that slandered Christian missionaries. As Premier Christian News reported, a history textbook designed for schools in Ghana has sparked outrage among parents and the Minister of Education due to its negative portrayal of the impact of Christian missionary activities in the country. The textbook titled History of Ghana for Basic Schools Learners Book 4 has faced severe criticism for singling out what it claims are the adverse effects of Christian missionaries. In the textbook, it is stated that, quote, Christianity has led to an increase in poverty and that, quote, some religious doctrines brought by missionaries create a sense of fear or timidity. These assertions have drawn strong backlash from parents and education officials alike. The Ghana National Association of Authors and Publishers has issued an apology for the book and has announced the formation of a committee to review all other publications by its members that are currently being used in schools. Of particular concern are statements in the textbook suggesting that, quote, religion is a major cause of physical conflict around the world and that most religious groups discriminate against women in so many ways. Tim Fujo, the Deputy Education Minister of Ghana, condemned the book as obnoxious and expressed his dismay that it had been smuggled into the market for unsuspecting learners. He emphasized that the content of the textbook was both appalling and misguided, asserting that Ghana's peaceful nature is in part due to the significant role played by religion, which should not be undermined. However, some of the lessons presented in the textbook have resonated with individuals beyond the confines of the educational system. Claims such as religion creates an avenue for many tricksters or charlatans to parade as men of God have struck a chord with certain segments of the society. The textbook also teaches that, quote, many politicians in Ghana use religion as a vehicle to cause disaffection among people in a bid to advance their political interests. The National Council for Curriculum and Assessment, NACA, has demanded the immediate recall of the controversial textbook from the market, further fueling the ongoing debate over the portrayal of Christian missionary work in Ghanaian educational materials. Well, what are your thoughts about this story? Let us know in the comments. Our next story spotlight is on North Korea. In a shocking revelation, a toddler in North Korea was sentenced to life imprisonment alongside their family after they were found in possession of a Bible. This is according to a recent report by the U.S. State Department. Although the incident occurred in 2009, it has resurfaced in the department's new report on international religious freedom, shedding light on the severe human rights abuses in North Korea. The report, which draws data from the non-governmental organization Korea Future, exposes the harrowing case, stating that one case involved the 2009 arrest of a family based on their religious practices and possession of the Bible. The entire family, including a 2-year-old child, were given life sentences in political prison camps. North Korea is believed to harbor between 200,000 and 400,000 clandestine Christians, predominantly in the western region, where many settled after a surge in religious interest in 1907. Interviews conducted by Korea Future between 2007 and 2020 with 244 victims of religious persecution revealed a grim reality of arrest, detention, forced labor, torture, denial of fair trial, infringement of the right to life, and even sexual violence. These findings reflect the regime's deep-seated paranoia towards religious minorities and its complete intolerance of any belief system apart from absolute devotion to the ruling Kim family, as they strive to maintain an iron grip on power. The North Korean regime has been actively attempting to eradicate Christianity for decades, fearing considering its potential influence after observing its role in the collapse of the Iron Curtain in Europe during the 1980s. Defectors have provided horrifying accounts of Christians enduring brutal torture, execution, and imprisonment in gulags. Open Doors USA, an organization advocating for persecuted Christians worldwide, estimates that between 50,000 and 70,000 North Korean citizens are currently imprisoned due to their Christian beliefs. Open Doors further warns that, quote, life for Christians is a constant cauldron of pressure. Capture or death is only a mistake away. Earlier this year, Open Doors released its World Watch List report documenting the intensified persecution of Christians in Pyongyang, particularly targeting underground churches. The report highlighted a chilling incident in which several dozen believers were discovered and executed, while over 100 of their family members were sent to labor camps. The revelation of a toddler being condemned to life imprisonment for their family's possession of a Bible underscores the dire state of religious freedom and human rights in North Korea. The international community continues to condemn such flagrant violations and calls for urgent action to address the plight of persecuted individuals in the repressive regime. Stay with us for more updates from across the globe. Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni is facing global criticism after signing a bill that criminalizes homosexuality, sparking concerns about the protection of human rights. The law imposes severe penalties, including up to 10 years in prison for attempted homosexuality and even the death penalty for aggravated homosexuality. Museveni defended the law, stating that it was necessary to prevent what he referred to as the recruitment of others by what he called a disoriented LGBTQ community. However, the move has drawn sharp condemnation from various quarters, particularly from the United States. In typical fashion, President Joe Biden labeled the bill a tragic violation of universal human rights and indicated that his administration would assess the implications of the law on all aspects of U.S. engagement with Uganda, hinting at the possibility of cutting off foreign aid. Unfazed by the international outcry, Museveni responded defiantly, stating that, quote, the signing is finished and nobody will move us. He went on to emphasize that Uganda is a sovereign state and would not be bowing to any external pressure. However, critics of the law have characterized it as a patriarchal backlash against societal progress. Awina Okage, an associate professor in political sociology at the University of London, argued that such laws represent a response by patriarchal societies to the increasing freedoms of previously marginalized groups. She described Uganda's anti-homosexuality law as a significant and dangerous step backward. European Union Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell warned that the law would impact Uganda's relations with international partners. However, Uganda's Information Minister Chris Baryomunsi rebuffed the condemnation, stating, and I quote, "We do not consider homosexuality as a constitutional right. It is just a sexual deviation which we do not promote as Ugandans and Africans." Baryomunsi emphasized that Uganda legislates for its own people and does not bow to pressure from the Western world. Amidst the controversy, Anglican Archbishop Stephen Kazimba of Uganda expressed support for the newly ratified anti-LGBTQ law, but opposed the death penalty. He recommended life imprisonment as an alternative punishment. As Uganda finds itself at the center of a heated debate over LGBTQ rights, the clash between the country's stance and international criticism raises significant questions about the protection of conservative worldviews in a woke world. Now, as a person of faith, washed and redeemed by the blood of Jesus Christ, what are your thoughts on Uganda's new law against homosexuality? While you're on that, please stay with us for our next story. Still in Uganda, concerns for the safety and well-being of Christians in the country have been raised once again as a distressing case of persecution emerges. Manchester News reported an incident where a Muslim husband responded to his wife's conversion to Christianity with cruel retaliation, leaving her without food and abandoning her in a national park known for its wild animals. The victim, Sharifa Muhando, a 27-year-old mother of two, revealed that her husband, Musa Bombale, beat her and deprived her of food for an entire week upon discovering her newfound faith in Jesus Christ. Muhando had kept her Christian beliefs hidden from her husband and other relatives since July 2021. From a hospital bed, Muhando recounted the harrowing events that unfolded on the evening of May 10th. While engrossed in prayer and reading her Bible, she inadvertently left the door open. When her husband returned from work and found her sleeping with the Bible and a notebook on her chest, he became furious and unleashed a violent assault. He claimed that he was, quote, punishing her for leaving Islam and asserted that he would be rewarded in paradise by Allah. On May 17, Bombale loaded Muhando into a vehicle and took her to Queen Elizabeth National Park. He callously left her there, citing a dream he claimed to have received from Allah. Muhando revealed that her husband dumped her inside the park, intending for her to be devoured by wild animals. Uganda currently ranks at number 69 on Open Doors 2023 World Watch List, which identifies countries where it is particularly challenging to practice Christianity. This distressing incident serves as a stark reminder of the dangers faced by Christians in the nation. The international community continues to express concern over the plight of persecuted Christians in Uganda and calls for increased efforts to protect religious freedom and human rights in the country. And that's a wrap for tonight. Thank you so much for staying with us until now. Till we meet next Thursday 9 p.m. I remain Chimla Chike. Don't forget to share this video with all your friends. Bye now.